I'm Craig Wolf with Southwest Florida's Certified Financial Planner Professional, Alfie Townsend. Today we've got a special edition of Saving the Investor.
There's a lot to consider when you're planning for a retirement, but right now, during this financial roller coaster, it's critical to have a rock-solid plan. Today's show is about protecting your retirement even when the unexpected happens.
And how you can take advantage of these economic times. This special edition is chock full of important information and insights to get you through retirement in any economy. So stay tuned.
Welcome to Saving the Investor with certified financial planner, investment advisor, and insurance professional Alfie Townsend, president of Advantage Retirement Group. Alfie is a published author, radio show host, speaker, and industry leader.
Why do you use an annuity? A lot of people use it for the wrong thing.
He works with retirees and pre-retirees to build and protect their nest egg and offers his experience to help those concerned about financial independence in retirement. If you've got questions about retirement, Saving the Investor starts now.
Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to a special edition of Saving the Investor with Alfie Townsend. I'm Craig Wolf. Alfie, good morning. Good morning. We're doing this because of the coronavirus pandemic. We're a couple of months into this now.
Yeah.
It has changed millions of Americans' lives and hundreds of millions around the world.
Yeah.
Your finances are a big part of this. People have lost their jobs, and they've had to change their thoughts about retirement as well.
Yeah, one in six people lost their job. Now, some of these jobs they're going to get back, obviously, but there's going to be a lot of businesses, Craig, that will not be coming back. And that's going to be people that are forced to retire. These are ones that are going to be forced to retire. Do they really want to, in their late 50s, early 60s, really want to start a new career? And that's what they're thinking. They're weighing it out. Is it worth it? And one of the things is, do I have enough to retire? So that's the main thing right now we have to talk about. So the people that are not going to go back to work or can't find a job, now they have this money that they saved up. What are you going to do? What can they do to make sure they can get through retirement? That's important.
So these are the people that, as you mentioned, they're late 50s, maybe early 60s, who are a couple of years away from retiring. They may have to do so now. So there's all kinds of components, and income is obviously, creating it is probably one of the essential ones.
So what happens is this: now you have to look at your investments and say, okay, how much of this investment do I need to create an income? Because you got to have an income. You got to get income from your investments. So income is going to be so important. So I always say income planning is probably the lack of a lot of advisors. They look at more about the investment side, but they don't look at, both sides. The investments to fight inflation, to grow your money, but you got to have income too. You have to have income because when you retire, that's what you're lacking, is the income. How are you going to generate the income? Especially right now, we're in just a low interest rate environment. We're in a volatile market, so it's not easy to do. I mean, that's what we do, but it's not easy to do. So you want to make sure that whoever you have managing your money, that they understand how to create that income, how to create, when to take Social Security, because Social Security, maybe they're 62. Well, they could take it, but do they want to take it at 62? So we have programs that will look at all that and see if it's the right time to turn on Social Security or to let it wait to 66, take money elsewhere. But it's really a lot of things come into circumstances when you're doing this.
And 66, because I know this personally, that's the retirement age now for a lot of baby boomers. Used to be 65, now 66.
Yeah, 66. So 66 is the full retirement age. 66 in a few months, typically.
We've always, over the years we've been doing this together, talk about keeping emotion out of your decision making.
Yeah.
I guess the most glaring example of what this pandemic brought was this precipitous drop in the stock market, 20% or more, almost 30,000, right down to in the 22,000, whatever.
18,000. 18 is and change.
So what's the risk component in this whole equation?
So what we had during this time, Craig, it dropped 30% in 22 days. 30% in 22 days, The Great Depression, 1929, it dropped 30%. It took them 23 days. So that's a record we didn't want to beat, but we did beat it. We have unemployment almost, at 40 million unemployed. Now, I always say this on the radio, and I say it on TV, that this is not a doom and gloom. We're going to get out of this. We're starting to come out. The markets are looking much better, and so we don't want to panic. We don't want to make emotional decisions, but you have to make the right decisions, because if nothing else, Craig, this really woke people up, because we've had such a bull run for 10, 11 years, and no one was really looking at anything. They kept thinking it was going to go. But it did come down. Now people are the ones that stayed the course, that made adjustments and not getting out of the market. They're doing okay. But the ones that could not take it anymore, got out. Those are the ones that got out and put it in something safe. They'll never get that money back. People in 08, when they did the same thing, they never got that money back. And a correction, you can get your money back. A correction is at 10 to 19%, from the highs. But we went through a correction. We went definitely. It's much more than a correction. It's a bear market now. But a bear market's going to take longer than 108 days typically in a correction. But there are things that you need to do. You need income planning. The income planning that we do, we have a nice software that we really show you where we're going to take the income from, when to turn on Social Security. So this is something that I think is very important for people to, maybe give us a call to see about putting a plan together for them.
All right. Great information, Alfie. Wish we weren't sitting here for this reason talking about this, but very informative anyway.
Thank you, Craig.
We'll be back with more of the special edition of Saving the Investor in just a minute.
You are watching Saving the Investor, where your money matters.
Remember the Wall Street bailouts? Those same big banks and financial firms have been fined billions for misleading customers. And now they want to manage your retirement savings. Why would you trust them? I'm Alfie Townsend, Southwest Florida's certified financial planner professional. My values are Main Street, not Wall Street. As an independent advisor, I don't work for shareholders, I work for you. If you want a fresh start with a local advisor, give me a call today.
You have a club for every scenario, a driver for the long holes, wedges to get you over the hazards, and a putter when you need a touch of finesse. And you need plenty of these too. What about your retirement? Will you have enough to play the back nine? Find out today. Schedule your complimentary retirement income plan review with Alfie Townsend, Southwest Florida's certified financial planner. Call 239-747-1080.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Coffee with the Coach. And we're going to talk about diversification. We're going to talk about, how to take income from different asset classes. Well, think about this. We just experienced some major volatility with, this coronavirus, and the market went down 30% in a matter of 22 days, beating the record of the Great Depression of 1929. So just think, if you were all in the market and your income was dependent on just a few stocks in the market and you're down 30%. Well, that's called reverse dollar cost averaging. That means you're taking money from an asset that's going down. That would be horrendous. That's a way to run out of money. Now, when you have a diversified portfolio, you're going to have asset classes that are not going down when the market goes down. Matter of fact, like bonds would be going up as the market goes down. If you had something fixed like a CD or a fixed annuity, that wouldn't be going down. So you have to have something in there that is not going down. It's so important. That's really income planning. So when we look at income planning, we have to look at different asset classes. You don't want everything, like, for example, real estate. Just think real estate right now. One thing that this pandemic really did was made people work from home. If you look in California right now, a lot of these tech companies are having, they said, if you want to stay home and work, you can do that. And that's a lot of companies are doing that, so you can stay home from work. That's why the medium family home prices are going up. Believe it or not, they're going up, even in a downturn of a market. So you have to have different asset classes. You don't want to be all tied in. But the other thing that happened is commercial real estate. I am glad I don't own really commercial real estate. I own this building here, but I'm not depending on it to give me income from rent. Because right now, commercial buildings are going to be, you're going to see more and more deals on commercial buildings because more and more people are working out of their home. They're doing the Zoom meetings. And, so it's a different, this pandemic created just a whole different type of investing. But the main thing when it comes to investing is be diversified, have your equities, have, large cap, small cap, mid cap, have some, small international funds right now. I don't want to be heavy in international funds because I think U.S. is going to do a lot better. But then also have asset classes that you can take income from that doesn't matter what's going on inside your portfolio with the market because that part of the portfolio is not going down. So give us a call and we'll see what type of asset classes you have and see if we can help you out with that. Thank you.
You are watching Saving the Investor, where your money matters. Ready to live your retirement dreams? Then it's time to meet Alfie, Southwest Florida's certified financial planner. Schedule your complimentary retirement income plan review now. Give Alfie a call, 239-747-1080.
Have you suddenly found yourself at home with a little spare time on your hands? I know I have. Oh, it's a great time to read, and if you're interested in creating a comfortable retirement, I have just the book for you. It's called Keeping You on the Retirement Fairway, and it's written by Southwest Florida certified financial planner Alfie Townsend. Alfie is a radio show host, an author, a public speaker, and a TV personality. And he's been helping people just like you plan for retirement for more than 30 years. Keeping You on the Retirement Fairway has a unique take on delivering the key knowledge that's needed to make the right decisions and implement the right strategies to maximize your retirement dollars. And if you're one of the first 10 callers to the show today, it can be yours for absolutely nothing. All you've got to do is call 239-747-1080. The book is full of real stories about actual people, illustrating what they've done wrong and what they've done right. If you saved for retirement, give us a call right now. You will receive a free copy of Keeping You on the Retirement Fairway, a plain-spoken read that highlights the building blocks of investing without sounding like a college textbook. Call 239-747-1080. That's 239-747-1080 right now to get Keeping You on the Retirement Fairway. It's on us, so what have you got to lose? Call 239-747-1080.
Alfie, where do you see the energy sector going with the depressed value of oil right now? And looking at some of the western United States, specifically Texas, southern New Mexico, North and South Dakotas, they depend upon higher oil prices for those companies to be profitable. Are we looking at a rash of possible bankruptcies of the smaller and mid-sized energy companies out there?
What a great question. I agree with you. I think the energy sector, it's been down like 70%, but lately oil has really had a nice little rebound. It dropped all the way to $18 a barrel, then it went up to now it's, like a 30-ish. But yeah, oil is trying to come back, but oil needs to be higher for these smaller companies to make it. And, all the, the shell, the drilling and all this other good stuff, that's really kept oil down. And then you had OPEC, then you had Russia having that war, and flooding the markets with oil that really dropped it, but they seem to have cooled off. So oil will start going up, but it needs to go higher in order for these smaller and mid-sized companies to make a little bit of a profit. Now, we like the oil prices, for consumers, but it's not really the best for the market for overall. We need it a little bit higher to have a more solid economy.
Hi, Alfie. We all know that you're supposed to buy low and sell high, but how do you determine what to buy when stocks have dropped so low?
That's a great question. We all like to buy low and sell high, but that's all part of rebalancing. To try to do that on a consistent basis, I mean, that's everybody's dream, to be able to buy low and sell high. It just doesn't work that way. It'd be nice if it did, but when you rebalance a portfolio, that's typically what happens as the equities are moving up. What you're doing is you're selling off a little bit while they're high and buying what went down. So that's part of rebalancing in a well-diversified portfolio. That's what you want to do.
Alfie, what's your thoughts on pre-tax on 401ks? Pay taxes now or pay later? Can you help me in determining that?
Well, everybody wants to pay less in taxes, but right now we are at one of the historically low tax brackets. If you look at back in 1979, the highest marginal tax rate was 70. Right now it's at 37. So we are in a low tax bracket, and what we have also is debt. So debt means that down the road we are most likely going to go up instead of down. So it's a good time, depending on your tax bracket. There's things we have to look at, but it might be a good time to start doing some Roth conversions, some doing tax planning now for the future, because if taxes are up and you have tax-free money, that's always a good bet.
You are watching Saving the Investor, where your money matters.
You have built a nest egg from your years of hard work, and now you're retired or you're about to be. What are your plans for those hard-earned dollars? Putting money away is one thing, but you need a holistic strategy for many different reasons. Whether it's reducing taxes, generating income, minimizing risk, or maximizing Social Security, what counts is what you do with your money. And that's where our retirement simulator can help. Let us give you, at no charge and with no obligation, a look inside your portfolio to see what is really going on. Our retirement simulator will put your financial plan through a strenuous test to identify any weaknesses that we need to address. What we show you may well surprise you, and what you find out could save you big time. Give certified financial planner Alfie Townsend a call. For more than 3 decades, he has been helping people just like you. If you have saved $500,000 or more, call Alfie at 239-747-1080. What you learn from our retirement simulator could end up adding more to your retirement than you ever imagined. Call Alfie at 239-747-1080. You've got nothing to lose and maybe a whole lot to gain.
Ready to live your retirement dreams? Then it's time to meet Alfie, Southwest Florida's certified financial planner. Schedule your complimentary retirement income plan review now. Give Alfie a call, 239-747-1080.
Thank you for joining us for another segment of Team Talk. I'm Mary Thompson in studio with Alfie Townsend, our founder and president. Welcome, Alfie.
Thank you.
So, Alfie, when people meet with you for the first time, sometimes you find out that they not only have one advisor, but not only 2 advisors. Sometimes they might have as many as 3 financial advisors. Yeah. And that seems a little bit to me like a recipe for disaster, but let's talk about that a little.
Well, and they might have a 401k sitting here. They might have an advisor up north. They're looking for another advisor. So typically what happens is this. I think when you're retired or soon to be retired, and especially if you're going to move in this area, you need an advisor that's face-to-face, that you can see face-to-face. So that's a lot of reasons why people do change their advisor. And sometimes they outgrow their advisor. We talked about this many times, Mary, where this advisor was good during the accumulation phase, where they're buying monthly or whatever into your IRA, 401k, you're building it up, they're building it up. But then when it comes to having that plan, maybe that's not the right advisor for you. So a lot of people think, will come in and say, I think I've outgrown my advisor. So that's not unusual.
Right.
But when you have multiple advisors or multiple accounts, even, we'll call it multiple accounts. We'll call it even advisors. We'll call both of them. What it does is we don't know what these other advisors or what other these accounts are doing if we're not controlling them and seeing them. Because we're not calling Vanguard and saying, hey, we're going to sell our Apple stock and buy XYZ company because we want to lower our holdings in Apple. And then, these other companies have Apple, so it's so confusing, and it's it's really more volatile having multiple advisors where you think, well, I'm diversified because I have spread out all over the place. It's not. You need to know what the left hand and the right hand's doing so you can have a plan in place, and that's an easier method to get you through retirement than having things all spread over the place. So if you have accounts all over the place, you want to really gather those up and know what each component is doing and why it's there doing it for you. Why is this money sitting here? It's for income when the markets are very volatile. Yeah. Why is the money sitting here? Well, this is going to fight inflation. Why, this is a legacy. So it's easier and more controllable if it's in-house.
Right. That's a great point, Alfie.
Thank you.
If you'd like to find out if you've outgrown your financial advisor, or perhaps you would just like a second opinion, give us a call.
You are watching Saving the Investor, where your money matters. We all have a picture of our perfect retirement, but how do we get there? At Advantage Retirement Group, helping you get there is our business. We're passionate about getting to know you, learning your hopes and dreams. Why? So we can work with you to achieve them. How? By maximizing the money you've saved, minimizing the dollars you pay in taxes and the risk you are exposed to, and creating a retirement income plan that ensures your savings lasts a lifetime. We're thankful to work with so many wonderful people, and we'd love to work with you too. Call Advantage Retirement Group today for your no-cost, no-obligation evaluation, 239-747-1080. Your retirement is too important to put off. Call now, 239-747-1080.
Who could forget Ben Franklin? He had a lot of great sayings, and one of my personal favorites is, in this world, nothing can be certain except death and taxes. We may not be able to control everything in life, but there are some steps you can legally take to control how much taxes you actually pay. So really ask yourself, how much of my 401k or IRA will end up in my pocket? Is my tax plan efficient? Am I keeping every dollar I'm entitled to? Is my advisor looking in the rearview mirror, or are they looking ahead? These are great questions, and I can help you get the answers. I put together a complimentary report on taxes and how they can impact your retirement. You can get this report right now, and it's complimentary. All you need to do is call 239-747-1080. It's your money, and you deserve to know what's at stake. So get your complimentary tax report right now. Call 239-747-1080. That's 239-747-1080.
Time now for Ask Alfie. We've got a ton of questions. Let's talk again about the stock market. One question is, how long does it take to make up for a correction, which you say is a move between 10 and 19%, right?
Yeah, so a correction, it happens. And when it happens, it happened in 18. In 3 months it happened. A correction is typically a 10% from the high to 19%. So 10% to 19% down from the high. And that's a lot of rate you have to make up. You would think it would take years and years to make it up, but the average is 3 to 4 months to make up that. That's why you don't want to panic when we have volatility in the market, because when you have that panic, a lot of times the people that lose are the ones that get out during a correction and they never make their money back. Especially, where are you going to make your money back? If you think about it, where are you going to make your money back right now with historically low interest rates? Historic low interest rates. So you have to make sure that you're not taking unnecessary risk and that you're in it for the long haul, and that you're going to be aware that it could be a correction. And a bear market is 20% or more. Now, they happen too. The bear markets happen, and they can be made up. It's going to take longer, but sometimes they're made up in months. Sometimes it takes a couple years to make up a bear market.
So people who are spooked by a correction or a bear market, who want to completely get out of equities, you tell them?
To get out of equities, first of all, they maybe should never had been in equities.
Right.
Because if you're going to get in and out of the market like that, it's going to take you, it's not going to be an enjoyable retirement for you. It's going to be a very aggravating retirement, and it's going to be a very emotional retirement. So as long as you have, I tell everybody, if you have an income plan, you're going to be just fine to weather those storms.
You retire to get rid of the stress, not to
Yes.
add it by trying to time the stock market.
Absolutely.
All right, great information. Thanks, Alfie. And thank you for joining us today on Saving the Investor.
Ready to live your retirement dreams? Then it's time to meet Alfie, Southwest Florida's certified financial planner. Schedule your complimentary retirement income plan review now. Give Alfie a call, 239-747-1080. You are watching Saving the Investor, where your money matters.
In the land of the free and the home of the brave, we've faced our share of setbacks. But every time, our comebacks have been stronger. And our next comeback is right around the corner. Are you ready for the recovery? Do you have a complete retirement plan in place? I'm Alfie Townsend, a CFP professional. Call me today for your complimentary retirement plan review. Let's make our next comeback together.
Retirement gives you long-awaited opportunities. You finally gain control over how you spend your time. But you also need control of your investments, of your hard-earned money. There are a lot of moving parts, and just saving over the years is the first part. What about generating income, your Social Security, minimizing taxes, or managing risk? If you save for retirement, call us at 239-747-1080. Retirement can last more than 20 years, yet many people don't have enough money saved to get through 1 decade, let alone 2. Call us at 239-747-1080. Let us show you how to make your nest egg go the distance. That's 239-747-1080.
Mondo Uomo specializes in remarkable clothing for the remarkable man, like our exclusive selection of Bugatti and St. Croix shirts and sweaters. Visit our store in Naples at the Village on Venetian Bay or online at mondouomo.com.
For over 100 years, Robin Stuckey has created beautiful living spaces that are truly unique. Whatever your lifestyle, our professional designers can easily help transform your home into your dream home. Plus, now we've made it simple to design your own personalized creations with infinite possibilities. We're uniquely yours. We're Robin Stuckey.
Mondo Uomo offers a remarkable selection of the latest styles in menswear. Visit Mondo Uomo at the Village on Venetian Bay in Naples. Alberto, Bugatti, St. Croix, Zanella. Come see what remarkable shopping is all about.